my chickadees! Welcome to my nest. I'm Fail Sparrow, the lovely confused bird boy, and my gift to all of you viewers is going to be 7 days of videos. I know. Normally I upload every other day, but as a treat to all you lovely chickadees out there, you're going to get a video every day until Christmas. How's that sound? I hope good, because we're going to jump in with a mix of winter themed games and games we are in the midst of playing long parts of. So I hope you like it. And buckle up, Buttercup. Grab a plushie, snuggle up, grab a cup of tea, and let's dive in. Okay, today's video is going to be Nightshade, You're the Drug. This is our 14th part. Wow. And it was extreme in the last episode. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you hop on over and check it out. They have their own playlist up on my channel. We're going to just keep our fingers crossed. Everybody makes it out alive. Yeah, it was rough last episode. But, let's see. Continue. Pretty sure it was this one. Right? I think they're in the hospital room. Yep, they're in the hospital room. Resume. Oh, this is where we left off. Oh, it could be like a lot of different people in that bed right now. Oh, no. Okay. Beep. Sasha's hands lay on his lap. His head bowed forward as he watched his fingers idly caress the skin of his knuckles. The room was quiet, with the only occasional machine beeping interrupting their silence. The curtains had been pulled shut, the room covered in a dismal light. Mishka sat reclined in his bed, his head turned towards the covered window. Okay, so Mishka's alive. We got him in the hospital. Good. An IV drip was secured to his arm, but thankfully no other tubes or monitors were attached to him. He said nothing and shifted the hospital blanket over his legs. Despite having not left Mishka's side since they were rescued at the subway, Sasha had barely uttered a word to him. There were so many questions he wanted to ask, yet he hesitated. Mishka was here. Actually here. He was right in front of him. And yet, every time he looked in Mishka's direction, he felt his chest tighten. I hate this. As Sasha scooted his chair a little closer to the hospital bed, he tore his gaze away from his hands and did his best to offer Mishka a smile. So, the cafeteria food here isn't that half bad? Oh, he's got bandage over his nose and on his cheek. Well, he did go through the ringer. Sasha intertwined his fingers even tighter. I bet the hospital food is probably better, though. I mean, this place practically looks like a hotel, so the food's gotta be good, right?
Sasha.
You could have died, Sasha. Oh, no! Oh, I'm glad to see his hair still very poofy. But, oh, no. You're alive! You're alive! You're being treated! You're awake! And you got very poofy hair, baby. He hasn't left his side. Okay. Mishka's tone was stern and serious as it cut through Sasha's small talk. He continued staring towards the window, his expression sour. But I didn't. But you could have. You almost did, and again at the subway. Roman could have killed you. How did you end up here of all places? I tried so hard to keep you from this place.
Are you kidding me?
Sasha scoffed, rolling his eyes at the question. Every word irritated him. I didn't ask for this. It's not like I came here because I wanted to. I blacked out in that alley. I was left for dead. Vadim found me and brought me here. If it wasn't for him, Mishka kept his head turned, his bottom lip trembling with the effort of not breaking down farther. You don't understand. This wasn't supposed to happen. Anger creeped up Sasha's throat and gripped him as though he was being choked. He curled his fingers into fists, clenching his teeth.
Ugh.
You're right. I don't understand. Sasha stood abruptly from his chair, almost knocking it over in the process. I don't understand how you could have kept all this from me for so long. I don't get why you're upset that I tried to save you. I don't get why you're so angry, and I don't understand why you're mad at me. His heart was racing.
Ugh.
If you didn't want me there, if you didn't want me to come help you, you shouldn't have called me into that alley. Oh no. The air conditioner nearby kicked on. A soft hum filled the silence between them. Sasha flopped back down onto the chair. Mishka gripped the blanket harder and pulled a fistful into each hand. His throat tensed and his teeth grit together behind his tight lips. I thought, I'm so selfish. I thought I was going to die. His hand trembled. I thought it would be the last time I just wanted to see you. So selfish. The entire time I was in that cell, all I could think about, all I could focus on, was how I can't live without you. Sasha felt his stomach twist up in knots.
Sasha.
If you had died, if you were hurt, if I could no longer see you, be near you, or see your smile, then I don't want to live. That's what I felt, lying there in that cell. A warm wave of tears blurred Mishka's vision. And that terrified me the most. Calling you into that alley was selfish of me. Wanting you to be beside me, and only me, is selfish of me. I've been nothing but selfish. I joined Strixa so I could stay in Sobina, so I wouldn't get deported. I wanted to stay close to you. But I didn't want you involved in any of this. But here we are, and everything is fucked.
Mishka.
Mishka, you're beating yourself up. It's not fair. You're right. It's not fair. Sasha averted his gaze, his shoulders tense and his fingernails digging into his palms. It's not fair that I feel like I can't breathe when you're gone. It's not fair that I don't care if I'm the one who dies. As long as it's not you. I'm so terrified of losing you. You're not losing me. But I am. Every time I try to keep you close, I lose a little more of you. Because you have all these expectations about us, and I can't meet them. You keep getting hurt over things we never agreed on. Things you want from me that I never said I'd give. Why let me have those things then? Why do you sleep with me? Why do you lay your head on my shoulder? Why do you let me get so close if you know how I feel, and you know you don't want to be with me? Oh no. Sasha ran an agitated hand through his hair. I like sleeping with you, and being around you is comfortable. It's safe and familiar. It may come as a surprise, but I like being around you. Things were fine the way they were. What happened to us? How did things get so fucked up? I thought that whatever this is between us was fine if I had you. I didn't need anything else. Because as long as I had you, my world felt safe.
You were never going to change. Things would always be the way they were. At least, that's what I thought. I would have stayed beside you that way. Unchanging as well.
As long as you had me? So you just decided on your own that I'm no longer in your life? You sit here, saying how shit's not fair, then make all the decisions about us on your own. You don't get it. I'm trying to give you an out. Sasha felt a warm, painful wave of tears brim in his eyes.
Seriously?
You are being selfish. You're only thinking of yourself. It's not my fault that you're insecure. It's not my fault that you keep pushing me away.
Sasha!
That's not what I...
Ugh.
You're overbearing sometimes and you're overprotective. You're possessive and jealous, insecure, and none of that is my fault. You don't get to punish me for your behaviors by driving me out. Mishka was taken back, his heart sinking. He stared at Sasha in bewilderment. Sasha's lips parted to speak, but his mind went blank, breathing heavy and labored after his outburst. You're right. I am insecure. You've always known how badly I've needed you. And that's my fault too.
Sasha.
No. I'm not blaming you for any of this. Still, can't you see how exhausting it is to be this way? You are always on my mind. Who you're with, where you are, and if you're okay. Sasha jumped when Mishka raised his voice. His fingers felt numb and prickly from how hard he'd been squeezing them. It's not about you, Sasha. It's about how much I rely on you. That is not okay. It's me. I'm not okay. I can't live like this. It's not fair to me, and it's not fair to you. Whether or not you ever return my feelings for you. Sasha bit the inside of his cheek and stared down at the tiled floor. I need to learn how to be okay without you. Sasha didn't know what to say. He didn't know what Mishka wanted to hear. Mishka raised his palm to each eye and wiped at them, smearing his tears across his face.
Sasha.
Say something. Please. Reassure him and talk it out. I don't know what to say. I feel like one of these is like a hidden bomb, like in the Minesweeper game. Let's try reassuring him and talk it out.
Please.
Even so, can't we, I don't know, work on it? Or something? Sasha was a complete stranger to these things, and it certainly showed. He fumbled over his words and sheepishly looked away from Mishka as he tried his best. Now I might be the selfish one, but I don't want to lose you either. I know I've done some not cool things too. Maybe we can work on it.
Well...
Wouldn't that just be me getting in my way? How can I learn to be okay without you if you're still here? I don't know. It just seems harsh to say you can't have any relationship just because you're afraid and insecure. At least that's what it sounds like. You're punishing yourself for just being human. Mishka raised his head, his wide eyes staring at Sasha. Yeah, he is like punishing himself for being human, isn't he? Mishka's shoulder began to shake. Oh, he's breaking down. Since when did he start to change? His expression melted into one of an afraid child, his eyes wide and wet and brimming over yet again. He hiccuped and angled his head up. Maybe I can change too. Big, racking sobs forced giant droplets down his cheeks and dropped off his chin and jaw.
Sasha.
So we can stay together? Sasha couldn't hide the small smile that lived at one side of his mouth. Are you really crying like a baby right now? Mishka pressed both hands to his face and cried harder, muffling his sobs. Sasha stood silently in place, rubbing at his own arms as Mishka cried. Comfort him! move. I should try to comfort him. Yes, you should! It felt unfamiliar. It felt awkward. But he took a step forward. Just one step. And then another. Before he knew it, he was standing beside Mishka. He paused, his hands tightening on his own forearm. Should I reach for him? What if that's wrong? What if... Then he felt a tug at his pants. Looking down, Sasha saw that Mishka had just barely grabbed at his sweats with his thumb and index finger. Oh, oh, he wants the comfort. Sasha's expression relaxed and he leaned forward, pressing their heads together.
Mishka.
Is this okay? Mishka nodded slowly. Sasha did his best to climb into the hospital bed, careful not to get tangled in the IV line and even more careful not to agitate Mishka's injuries. He scooted close and laid his head against Mishka's. He's actually here. He's alive. Okay, this is what we need artwork of. I want to see them snuggling. Mishka's cries grew softer until they were nothing but gentle sniffles. We have a lot of work to do, don't we? Sasha laughed a little, his head nuzzling close. The warmth of Mishka's body eased his mind. He slid down the bed until he rested on Mishka's chest. Yeah, I guess we do. I'm gonna try my best for you. For you, for me, and for us. Sasha closed his eyes. Tired and mentally drained, Sasha found himself drifting a little. I don't want to lose you either. I'll do everything I can to. We'll work on it. And get a therapist if we need one, I guess. They're good at this stuff, right? Mishka let out a small chuckle. But if you come over unannounced again and break my lock, it's over. I'm so serious. I'm drawing the line with this one. Do you hear me? Like, don't break my lock, damn it. Mishka turned his head, a small smile on his wet face. Yeah, that was fucked up, wasn't it? Yeah, it really was. Never again. I promise, I really pushed it. I'm sorry. I'll forgive you, if you give me some of your hospital food. Are you making jokes right now? I'm trying to apologize. Sasha smirked and laid close, his eyes still closed. I'm so glad you're okay. Mishka sighed and adjusted, nestling against Sasha. He buried his face into the top of Sasha's hair and shut his eyes. I'm glad you're okay, too. They both sat on the hospital bed in silence before gradually drifting off. Oh, yes! It turned from what could have been a disaster into a cute cuddle session. Yes! They're gonna give it a try and work it out. An hour later. Oh, they got a little nap in. The muted sound of voices roused Sasha from his nap. He buried his face against Mishka before he opened his eyes, trying to will the sound away, but to no avail. He groaned and shifted, his lashes barely fluttering open.
Huh?
Sasha sat up a bit, propped himself up on his elbows. Mishka was out beside him, damn near drooling on his pillow. He must have really needed a rest. The voices beyond the door were growing louder, and Sasha frowned. Didn't they know this was a hospital? Even more, didn't they know that Mishka was sleeping in here? He eased the hospital blanket off his legs and carefully crawled out of the bed, not wanting to wake Mishka. Sasha leaned towards the door. Sounded like Natalie and Indigo. Curious, he cracked the door open and listened in. I almost had him. I was this close. I could have taken Ada down, and that would have been the end of this whole shit show. Natalie's heels echoed as she stormed through the hall. Her jewelry chimed as Indigo grabbed her by the arm, bringing her to a halt.
Hey!
Yeah, and you could have died too. I know, because I could see it all happening. Natalie's nose scrunched, snarling at being held back. Anger spiked within her. then you could have seen what he did to Vadim, yeah? He's in critical condition. Our Vadim, he could have died. Indigo started to shake with frustration, doing everything she could to handle the mix of emotion threatening to overwhelm her. I know better than anyone else what it feels like to be powerless, to powerlessly watch while someone you care about dies. It takes so much strength for me to wake up every day, wondering if I'm going to lose someone else. I could have prevented...
Hey!
I'm not finished talking. She putting her foot down. Indigo's voice grew louder than Natalie had thought possible, causing her to bite back her words and stare. I didn't want to watch you die. I refuse to watch. Her voice shook with sobs. Watch that happen again. Natalia's stomach twisted at the sight of Indigo's tears. Tears she knew she caused.
Listen.
You should have more faith in me. I was capable of stopping Ada on that dock. How? How am I supposed to have faith in you when you blatantly ignore me in your earpiece? All you needed to do was get Pavel and Vadim out. I had it from there. I called you several times and it was like you couldn't hear me. You were so wrapped up in your rage and pride that no amount of begging would have broken through to you. That's not okay. I don't want to feel like a spectator in your life. Have faith in me. Have faith that I know what I'm doing. And I could, and did, get Vadim here safely. Indigo pulled her sleeve over her palm before using it to wipe at her tears. Glittering eyeshadow smudged over the fabric. Tonight, you weren't thinking of saving Vadim. You just wanted to avenge him. I did what I had to make you I did what I had to make so that you'd both make it home. All I do is hurt her. Natalie looked away, and the weight in her chest only grew heavier. Indigo, you're right, and I'm sorry. I lost myself back there. Yeah, you did. You really did, lady. I shouldn't have come back. Mishka's safe, so my job is done. Natalie! I'm no longer needed here. Stop it! Just stop it, please! I need you here! Indigo pulled her glasses off to better wipe at her tears. Whether you're wallowing in your self-pity at home, or here at Strixa, I will always worry about you, don't you get it? No matter where you go, where you try to run, I'll always worry about you. Please, stay. Just a little longer. How do you do that, Indigo? You inspire me to do better, to be better. You always bring out the best in me or remind me that my best is in there somewhere. That's what love does, silly. Natalie's lips parted to speak, though the words dissolved when she looked past Indigo to see Dima walking up the hall. Suddenly, the irritation in her began to rise once more. Oh no. Vadim's I've totally forgotten everybody's voices. Vadim's stable now, but he's still out. I came to check on Mishka in the meantime. Indigo turned to Dima when he spoke, her eyes widening as relief washed over her.
So,
what do we do now, Dima? Dima lowered his gaze and set a hand on his hip. He shook his head with a long, drawn-out sigh. I don't know. For now, we should rest and regroup. Indigo's shoulders sank, her hands playing at the hem of her skirt. Right. Do you know where Pav is? He's with Vadim. Not even the doctor could keep him out. Yeah, Pav is not leaving Vadim's side. You're gonna have to, like, freaking knock him out and drag him out because I don't see Pav leaving him any time soon. Just like Sasha has not left Mishka's side. Oh man, Pav's gotta be devastated. I mean, Vadim's not dead, but still. Indigo nodded with a sniffle. I'm gonna go check on him then. Without another word, Indigo walked past Dima and down the hall towards Vadim's room. Natali's brow furrowed as she watched Indigo walk away. She turned her attention toward Vadim, her hands on her hip.
Hey.
Same shit, different day. Aren't you tired of this? You know, this was out of my control. Was it? Was it out of your control when Structure mass-produced highly addictive drugs to disperse across the city? You know how hard I've been working on my own recovery, let alone how hard I'm trying to keep the city from falling apart. Yet, somehow, releasing that drug was out of your control. They're trying to fix it. Pav made like a drug that wasn't addictive at all. They're trying to fix it, Natali. This entire mess obviously has something to do with your history with Roman, right? Is that also out of your control? The bite of her words sank into Dima's heart, and yet he couldn't say anything to object. She's right. I'm gonna make things right. I've heard this spiel before, Dima. Your words mean nothing if you don't make any changes. I will, because I can't lose anyone else. I won't. I'm done. It's a shame you're feeling this now. You know, after Mishka was taken and after Roman decided to light up an entire pier.
No.
No, that was my fault. Both Dima and Natali turned to the door that Sasha had just stepped out of. Natali stared, her body tense. I told Roman about the pier. The operation was secure and I blew it wide open. By saving Mishka's life, I put others in danger. Sasha met Natali's stern gaze. It's my fault, and I can't apologize enough. Still, I don't regret saving Mishka's life. Natali's hand clenched into a fist, yet she felt no anger towards him. He's got more guts than I thought saying that to me.
Sasha.
It never should have gotten that far. It won't happen again. None of this will. Natali turned back to Dima, and she searched his expression. What are you planning, Dima? The resolve in Dima's eyes were unwavering. I'm thinking of disbanding Struxa.
What?
Everything? All of Struxa? I'm not sure yet, but it seems like the only way.
No.
What about bus lines? And the tower? The Perfecta NS? You have the ability to make these things better, Dima. What are you planning to do? Throw it all away? Run from it? Oh my gosh. First she's getting on to him about the drugs and everything, saying this is all your fault. And now he's like, well, I'm gonna disband Strexa, so it won't be no more. And now she's like, you're gonna run away. What do you want from the man? And Roman, what will keep him from taking control of the city? I don't know, but I'm not running away. I will stay until we address every possible scenario. It's gonna take time. Whatever you decide to do, I hope to God you've fought. I can't talk today. I hope to God you thought it through. You know there's help if you need it. Natali's lip pursed into a thin line as she closed her eyes. She shook her head before silently walking away. She finally hit her limit. Is Pav okay? Dima sighed, shaking his head. Ecto attacked the supply. All of Pav's new drug went with it, and Vadim was caught in the crossfire. He's stable now, but Pav won't even look at me, let alone allow me within 4 meters of Vadim. Because of me. You did what you felt you had to do. But it still happened because of me.
Sasha.
Mishka's door opened, and he stepped out to the hall, his arm bleeding where his IV had been ripped out. Oh no! Mishka! Now Mishka heard it. And he... Oh no, he ripped out his IV to come out here. Oh no. Baby, get back in bed. You're all so fucking loud out here. I'm going to my apartment.
Mishka.
Mishka, you can't leave yet. I want to go to my room. I don't want to sit in that hospital bed listening to everyone bitch about who fucked up the hardest. Okay. I kind of agree with him there. Bring his IV to his room. Dima looked over him with worry. At least let me send a nurse to help. I don't need your help. Sasha stepped back and looked between the two, uneasy. Mishka, what if you hurt yourself? I know you want to go to your room, but Dima's just looking out for you. Mishka turned his head and stared at Sasha for a moment. He glanced toward Dima, then back to Sasha. Didn't know you two were so close. It's not like that. It's not like that. We're just friends. We had the option to be more friends, but no, we didn't because we chose you. We chose you, the little pink boy. Mishka, this is about you. What if you break your stitches? I'm sorry, I just want some space for a bit. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't you do nothing stupid. I swear. Dima's gaze dropped to the floor.
All right.
All right. But please, at least let me know if you need anything. Whatever. Without another word, Mishka turned to walk the other way, making for the elevator. Sasha felt his stomach twist into knots watching him go. Sasha turned his head to Dima to see if he would do anything, his look almost pleading. I never wanted to hurt him. I care about his safety above all else. I promised it. He trusted me and I promised everyone. I wouldn't blame them if they never forgave me for it. Dima is trying to just protect everyone, and people got hurt, and now they all blame him. Dima's eyes began to tear up before Dima allowed a single tear to fall. However, he turned and headed towards the stairwell. Oh no! Don't do this to me! Don't do this to me! No! I'm running out of spots! Oh god. Look, I've literally used like... Okay, we got more spots here. Why not save it back there then? Oh, come over here. Here. Oh my gosh. We got so many spots. Oh no. Oh no. Chase after Mishka, chase after Dima. I want to go after both of them. Why do I have a feeling something bad's gonna happen to the one I don't go after? No. Mishka wants to be alone right now. He said that. But we could still go after him because we're trying to, to be with him and work things out. Dima is clearly upset at the moment, and he needs to be comforted. But if we go with him, is that going to affect Mishka? Or is Dima going to do something stupid? Oh, man. I should just leave it here and make you guys vote. I should. I really should. I think I will. Oh, God. Okay, I am actually going to leave it here. That sounds like a good idea. Oh, no. I'm gonna leave it here. You guys vote who you think we should chase after. I have a feeling it's gonna go to Mishka, right? Because we're, like, trying to get his route. But, oh, gosh. I can't with these boys. There's so much drama. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And please feel free to leave a comment or like down below to make this bird boy happy. And I will see you tomorrow for the next video in our Christmas marathon. Alright. Bye.